Okay, so today we will discuss about how we can attempt speaking part 1, 2, and 3 during our lecture. If any student has a question, they can ask without any hesitation. So let's share my screen. Okay. Student confirm my screen is visible. Okay. Give me a moment. Today we can discuss. Okay. First of all, we will discuss about speaking interview time, how much time examiner take during speaking test. So the best resource is the best way to know about authentic information to visit IDP and British Council. So here we can see speaking interview time during IELTS test. यहाँ पर हम देखते हैं कि that is a different IELTS.org, but we will visit British Council or IDP. If we open IDP website, so what we can expect, they didn't mention. Here we can write IDP. Okay. So first we will see the time schedule during speaking interview or speaking test. So here they mention clearly the speaking test takes between 11 to 14 minutes and consists of three parts where you will discuss a variety of topics with an IELTS examiner. Okay. So next they also discuss and also describe how much time they allocate to part 1, part 2, and part 3. Here they clearly mention the examiner take 4 to 5 minutes in part 1. Okay. So in part 1 they ask you introduction and questions on familiar topic, what you are do, what you are working, and about your study, your hometown. All of these topics are very familiar, so student can easily give answers of such questions. Here, one is the important is that in student confirm कीजिए my voice is audible. I am audible. Okay, thank you. So in part 1, the examiner take 4 to 5 minutes. So in 4 to 5 minutes, they ask around 8 to 10 questions. So probably 10 question. So if you try to give your answer at least in 30 seconds, so what happen? You will take around 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, examiner the when examiner ask you question, that time also account in 4 to 5 minutes. So your response time and also the time examiner take while ask you questions, the total time is 4 to 5. So my suggestion is that you don't need to extend your answer in a part one. Your answer should be in the range of 20 to 30 seconds. You don't need to extend your answer. Otherwise, examiner stop you when you will extend your answer. Okay. So one more thing is that if you continuously extend your answer, so examiner cannot ask you 10 questions. So when examiner cannot ask you 10 questions, what happen? Examiner cannot know you can speak on other questions, other familiar questions. So more you if you give the answer of all questions, so examiner can easily judge it. Okay, so you need to answer in 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so toward part two. So in part two, they also mention the examiner take 3 to 4 minutes. I mean, 1 minute you just think about your topic, and in a maximum 2 minutes you can speak. Usually, examiner stop you when you speak above 1.5 minutes. Okay, so you need to be clear. You need to be focused when you uh, get a 1 minute to prepare your cue card. Okay, in part three. Okay, in part three, the examiner also take 4 to 5 minutes. Basically, how much well you will perform in part one and part three, you the more chance you will get a higher mark, because in part two and in part three, the examiner understand your speaking level, because part one is related to about familiar topic here they mention. Okay, so in part two and part three, the examiner understand your speaking level, and usually examiner ask 5 to 6 question in part three. Okay, so in part three, you can give your answer at least 14 seconds or above that second. Okay, so you can extend your answer. And secondly, your answer should be relevant and clearly. First, you need to answer clearly, then you need to add further information, and you should try to be give example and then extend that info that points, rather than to add extra information. For example, if examiner ask you about what is your point about education. Okay, so you need to describe about primary education and higher education. Okay, you don't need to say kids are studying well, and when they admitted into this, they prepare assignment, quizzes, blah blah blah, and in that project they make robot. Okay, so whatever point you use, you need to extend that point. For example, if they talk about education, you can discuss about the benefit of education, how education improves student intellectual level. You can give example. They work on different project that thing improve their skills. Moreover, they can also work to build independent project, how they can proceed. Okay, when you use 2 3 point, you need to extend that point. rather than to add information without coherence and cohesion. Basically, coherence and cohesion is important. The way you connect your ideas, that thing is also count in your band score. Okay. So today we will start our practice. Basically, I just gave overview before that because only few student joined at the beginning. Okay. So student, are you ready for mock test? Okay. So you can just raise your hand and we will ask you questions one by one. So the part one, the examiner asks you about yourself, your home, work, studies, or other familiar topics. Example is hairstyle. That is a common topic. So the first question is, where do you go to get a haircut? So who would like to answer this question? Okay, sir Osama, you can start your answer.
Am I audible, sir?
Give me a few seconds. I just take a register to note down your points because after that I can easily give you feedback. Okay, you can start right now.
Yes, sir. So I went to a nearby market near my house where we have a few barber shops which have different varieties of haircut and different beard styles as well. So I prefer going to that market for haircut.
Okay, so anyone else who would like to answer this question? So raise your hand. Sorry, Sama, you gave a clear answer, but you need to extend 4 to 5 seconds more. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir, Mehboob, you can start.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, now you are audible.
Okay, I usually go to my nearest city for my haircut because I am living in a village, and in the village there are limited facilities, including haircut. So I go to my nearest city to get my haircut, and it usually take about 5 to 10 minutes on motorbike.
Okay, sir, Mehboob, where do you go to? Okay. You also need to extend your answer at least 5 seconds more. And secondly, sometime you start with the indirect way. Okay, uh, you near a city you don't need to say limited facility. Okay, you can add another better word that actually count in your vocabulary. For example, where do you go to? I go to city that is a really very good place, and also the barber shop was very skillful, and the way he treat their customer, that is really impressive. I always enjoy to go there, and he always treat their customer and also cut their hair in a different way, whatever we demand to him. Okay, so that is the best way to continue with relevant word. Mean when you answer your question, you should try to understand. You should need to use some word that should be relevant to your topic, sentence, or your question. So that is a more impressive thing. Okay. Yes, hear me? Heard me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, I mean, whenever you give answer, you should you should need to understand. You should use some word that is actually related to your question. So that thing actually improve your vocabulary score. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who like to answer this question? Okay. Now we move to the next question. Have you changed your hairstyle recently? And one thing I would also like to tell you, sometime examiner also use some questions from part three, two or three, mean from these Cambridge books. Okay, so you don't need to memorize, but whenever you give answer, you should consider are actually sitting in a real exam, and maybe examiner ask you these questions during your exam, so you should not take these questions as a light mode. Okay, so you should take these questions seriously. Okay, the next question is, have you changed your hairstyle recently? Okay, who one like to answer this question? Okay. Yes, Sarnagu, you can
No,
start.
I have not. Okay, no, I have not changed my hairstyle because I don't like to change my hairstyle very often. Um, my hairstyle, I look my hairstyle as my identity. So by changing it, it will change my identity. So that's how I think about my hairstyle, and don't like to change my hairstyle.
Okay, Sarnagu, your answer is well, but you use I don't like multiple time. Okay, so you need to use a different word. Okay, otherwise this word count in your repetition. Okay. Okay, sorry, Osama, you can start now.
No, I haven't changed my hairstyle recently. Actually,
Asama,
I'm
your internet connection is right. Sometimes I feel pauses while you speak. Okay,
mine.
maybe internet problem. So make sure you speak near your mic. Then I can
Okay,
easily
okay.
understand.
Okay. No, I have not changed my hairstyle recently. Actually, I am with the same hairstyle from a couple of years. Actually, I feel like changing it again and again uh, is not a good habit. Although I have changed my beard style a couple of times in recent months, but I have not changed my hairstyle.
Okay, so that is good, but you should also need to use another other word rather than to change use again and again. Okay, so
Okay.
For example, you should only use another word if you feel other word perfectly fit your answer. If you feel other word is not fit, so then you can use the same word. Okay. So here one thing that I feel impressive and other students should also understand it. What is the question? Have you changed your hairstyle recently? Okay, so this question is present perfect. Okay, so when a student understand this question, they should not say, I do not change my hairstyle recently because I like it. It is this. Why? Because the question is past perfect. So you should start your answer with that sentence. No, I haven't changed my hairstyle. Okay, so you should try to understand the question in which tense, in past, in present. You can see the first question is present tense, present simple, but the second one is in present perfect. So you should start your answer with that word. I haven't changed. Okay, student, you are understanding me what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is good thing. Whenever you see any question, you first need to understand in which sentence that question is, and then you should try to answer in the same tense. Or maybe sometimes you use as an example to speak in other tense, but mostly because why these question in different tenses, because examiner want to understand can you speak in different situations, can you talk about past, can you talk about future, can you talk about present, because they want to know. But if student gave their answer in the in only one tense, so examiner cannot understand about different grammatical structures of a student. So that is the reason. Okay. The next question is, would you ever change the color of your hair? Who one like to answer this question? Would you ever change the color of your hair? Anyone who is interesting to answer this question, please raise your hand. Okay, yes, Sarah Sama, you can go on.
No, I haven't changed the color of my hairs even a single time because I don't think that's a kind of thing that can suit my personality, and I personally don't like changing the colors of the hairs. So for those reasons, I haven't changed the color of my hairs.
Okay, Sarah Sama, you gave answer clearly, but here you make a mistake. You should try to understand the type of question in which form they use. Okay, would they can use for prediction. Okay, and maybe you will change in the future. So here they say, would you ever change the color of your hairstyle? So it also about present as well as future. Okay, so you start your answer, I haven't changed. So here you cannot use I haven't, you should say I wouldn't like to change my hairstyle, and
Okay,
I
so
don't ever change my hairstyle because I don't like it, and probably I will not change in the future. Okay, so try to understand
okay,
question.
okay.
then give in the answer in the same tense. That is improve your grammatical accuracy. Okay, Sarnabu, you can go ahead.
I would not like to change my color of hair because it is a very can I repeat the question? Sorry. Would you ever
Would you
like to change the color of the?
okay.
I would not like to change the color of my hair. I personally believe that it is usual, or we can say I don't personally like it. Different color which anything has its own naturally. For instance, many people have their color brown color. And some has black color. So I like the natural color of the hair to change them.
Okay, sir, Osama, you understand how you can answer a question in different tense. That is a wonderful thing is that. And one thing I would like to add here, mean the part one question are actually relevant to your personality. For example, when you give example, you can say, for example, when I see to anyone who color hair, I feel irritated. I don't like that. So I wouldn't try to use any color in my hair. Okay. Rather than to only talk about, okay, when you talk about other person, how you actually get something from that example. So this is important.
Can I give the answer again?
Yes, yes, yes.
I would not like to change my hair in the future, or because of the example that I have seen in my class. One boy who was colored his hair, who had colored his hair with yellowish, and he was looking like a cartoon, and it feels irritated. It feels me irritated. So that's why I will not try to change the color of my hair, because I like the natural color, the way we have the color of hair.
Okay, so that is much better as compared to previous one. Okay.
Thank you.
So now we should move. Today we should practice part two. What do you think? I think we should take it because we have only few students, so they everyone can easily participate in part two. So I think we should consider it. What do you say?
I
Yes,
think we
we
should
should.
include our other participants like Alishba and Khadim Hussain, because in the speaking there is about hesitation. If you speak, your hesitation will be gone. So that's why I think you should try these questions from part one or part two, whatever. But you should try at least. Instead
I
of sitting and listening to us, it is better to speak, so that your hesitation will gone away and you will become a more confident speaker in the test or whatever you like.
Yes, definitely. If all participants are agree to participate, then we can consider part three. Otherwise, we can consider part two because if two, three students like to participate, then we can easily entertain them in a given time.
Yes, sir, we should move to the part three as well.
Okay, we'll start from part two. So, who wants first to answer this question? Please raise your hand. So, I also timer is here. Okay, and Sir Mahmood is here. So, okay, Sir Mahmood. The question is describe a time when you used information for a tourist, for example, from a guidebook or online. I just want to add one thing before going to world. The answer in past tense. Whenever you read tense, whenever you read question, you should try to understand in which tense that question is available. So then you need to answer your question in that tense. That is a better thing. Okay. And the first point is where you got this information, what place this information was about, what information you got, and explain whether this information was very helpful for you. Okay, so your time start now. You can take 1 minute. After 1 minute, you need to give your answer at least 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so I can also interrupt you. You can feel it. Okay, so yes, your time for preparation is start right now. Okay, Sarasama, your time has end. Now you can start speaking.
Sir Osama or me?
Oh, Sir Mahmood, sorry.
Okay, okay. So I was recently reading a travel blog on a website which is called tourist.com, where I got the information about Minimarg, which is situated in near Gilgit-Baltistan. So here I got the some pictures of that place, some beautiful scenery about that place, and how you can get there. So this blog about it. If I would like to talk about how you can get there, first you need to reach at Chilamchoki, which is a stop where you have to give the all your information and your plan going for a minimum, and how many nights you will be going to stay in that place, and uh, that's how you can after that you will get the permission to get there. And we this information is was very important for us because sorry, I am uh, we can say I am switching the sentences, so can I give the answer again, or should I continue?
Okay, if you do not want to understand your mistake, you can again start. Okay, we can take it again.
Okay,
Okay, start now.
okay. I I recently got information about cinema. I was reading tourist uh, tourist blog on tourist.com, and they were explaining about how you can get there and some beautiful scenes of that place. So I decided to get there through my bike. I gathered, I told about this place to some friends, and they were agreed to get there. So we made a plan, and we started our journey. We reached at Chilam Chowki at 11 a.m. and we shared our plan with the management of that place, and they allowed us to go there. It took about 5 hours to get there, and it was a very beautiful scenery over there. This plan was successful because of that information that I got from that website. Uh, in that website, each and everything was explained in detail, and because of that, our tour become very memorable and well planned. So I think we should read travel blogs if we are planning to go somewhere. We should read about that place on through online.
Sir Mahboob, are you there?
So that was my answer. If you would
Yes, sir
like
Mahboob, the next
to.
answer you are quite well. But the previous answer was some points were irrelevant, but this answer is well. So sometimes you use some word multiple time like plan. You can also add another word like we decided to make trip. Okay, and another word you can also use rather than to repeat it again. Okay, overall, your answer is quite well.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, basically, this is important thing. When you see a question, you don't try to understand in which tense that question and you start your answer. So that is actually a band killer. You need to understand in which tense your question, and then you should try to answer your question in that tense that is good. For example, they say where you got this information, and if you say, yeah, I will get information from website when I will plan something with my friends or family members. So this is irrelevant. They are talking about when you got in the past and what you did after that. So that is important. So you
Yeah, I
understand
think.
this thing? Yes.
Yes, I think this is going to help me a lot. This tip will be help me a lot. In the I can generate my idea, but I cannot deliver with the correct form of sentence. Because of that,
Okay.
I made grammatical mistakes and these kind of stuff. So I think this will going to help me a lot, and it will uh, keep me in the same sense where I uh, will help me a lot. I will just according to your
Okay.
strategy that you gave.
Okay. And secondly, the second form of read is read. When you talk about I was reading, that is past continuous, but the best way you can say I read from the website. Okay. Okay, move to the
Okay, sir.
next participant. Okay, Sama, you know the topic?
Sir, the question, please.
Yes, sir.
So यहाँ पे हमारे पास है describe a time when you use information for tourist or for tour.
For tourist.
मुझे एक आंसर कुछ सॉरी क्वेश्चन कुछ समझ आया नहीं है। मींस देखें हम टूर्स के लिए इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं ना, टूरिस्ट्स के लिए तो इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं लेते। या कोई
Okay,
टूरिस्ट हो
I
तो उनके
I
लिए हम
I I explained this question. Describe a time when you used information for tourist, for example, from a guide
फॉर
or
टूर।
online. For example, when you visit somewhere or when people visit somewhere, that is they are a tourist. Okay.
हम्म।
For
I
example,
think
if you
ओके
again
visit,
the
सर।
question he is it is it is asking you to become as a tourist guide when
yes,
you as a tourist guide place yourself as a tourist guide, and you have to guide your tourists, and how you get that information from online or guidebook. So I think that's how uh, it is asking for.
ओके सर।
okay. So you can take 1 minute to prepare your answer and then you can start. Okay, your time start now.
शुड आई स्टार्ट सर?
Yes, you can start.
So I took information about tours several times in my life because I'm a big fan of tours and hiking. So uh, I have visited uh, different places. So I will tell from my experience, from one of my experience, which is so there is a cliff right opposite to our university. So we have a plan to went there. So
Yes, go on. Yes, Sarasama, I cannot hear you if you are speaking. Yes, Sarasama. Okay. Okay, Sarasama, I think you are stuck in the middle of your answer. So still I have a okay. I think Sarasama when he will join, I will give feedback to him. Okay. And else who want to answer this question?
Is there
Okay,
any
don't.
problem with the other participants, or they are just hesitant? सर आप ट्राई करना चाहेंगे?
Okay, I think we should go toward part three because we have limited time. If anyone participate who can answer these questions. Okay. You saw your cue card related to about tourism, tourist. Then part three questions are relevant to your cue card, like different types of holidays and tourist attractions. Okay, there are two part of these questions. For one types of holiday, the next one is tourist attraction. Okay, so we have limited time, only 6 minutes are left. So we will only ask one question, and after that we will conclude our session. The first question is, what are the most popular kinds of holiday for people from your country to go on? So who one like to answer this question? Can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. So then we can consider. Okay, Simon. Okay, you can start.
I basically don't know the kinds of holidays, but from my own knowledge, I from the kinds of holidays, it means uh, the leaves that we got from our work or a school. So I would like to mention here, summer holidays are the best and most popular in our country, because it is about a month or a two. You don't have to work, or you don't have to go to school. So in that duration, people plan different activities, or tour to the northern place. Especially I plan tour every summer for
Okay, okay,
relaxation, and I enjoy a
okay,
lot.
okay. You understand? I say okay. Examiner will also stop you in the same way you when you will extend your answer. Examiner say okay, move to the next question. Your answer is clear, but here is one problem. First, you say I don't know any holiday. After that, you said according to my knowledge. So, what does it mean? At the beginning, you said I don't know. Later on, you said according to my knowledge. So, here is a contradiction. You understand, sir, my move? What I'm saying?
I don't know holidays what they are talking about. For instance, that's why I mentioned that I may be wrong in that while on this
Okay,
question. So that's why
okay,
I mentioned
okay.
that thing.
Okay. So, you can add
If you
your
could explain about
information.
the kinds of holidays.
Okay, you can talk about in the way I don't know much about any popular holiday, but but probably then you can say
Probably.
जैसे उर्दू में हम कहते हैं शायद. Okay, but you cannot say I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, but again you say according to my knowledge. So your knowledge and you know is the same thing. Mean if I say I know, it mean according to my knowledge.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so overall your answer is almost correct, but only a little bit problem at the beginning. So any other student? So now we can conclude our speaking. Um, Basically, we should allow ourselves to get a feedback from someone else. In our
Okay.
previous session, when I gave feedback to someone who took that thing personally, that was a wrong thing. Seriously, when you will go for your exam, then you understand the importance of feedback. Okay, you know when you receive your result where examiner mention what you perform well and what you did wrong. So So you don't need to understand your mistake from the examiner point of view, because where you already spent a lot of money. So you should be accept to get feedback from this session. If you understand, you should work on those mistake and try to improve it. Eventually, you will get your desired score.
Yes, definitely.
If anyone add something, uh, yes, sir, Mahbub, you want to add something? Talk regarding.